Hello guys, welcome to another setup and hot lap round the Russian Grand Prix on F1 2015. Our last couple of corners, here we go, entering our first lap around the circuit on time trial, and then the second gear, getting a good exit of the last corner, and you want to get a nice run down this back straight. You want to get as much horsepower from the car as possible. So 7th gear, and now 8th gear before hitting the DRS zone, and we're running about 217 miles per hour down the back straight before hitting the brakes. Then the second gear, hit the wall there a little bit, but it gives a nice entry into the first two corners. You can get a lot of oversteer through there, so sometimes you have to use a lot of opposite lock. But a nice run through here. This corner goes on forever. Literally, you have to hold it in there. Down the third gear, just try to chuck it in there and just keep on the throttle as much as you can. And again, you can sometimes use a lot of opposite lock through there to get a nice run through there. And then the third gear once again. And actually, no, we use seconds to third to get a nice turn in. Not too bad. And now 6th gear. And now probably not 7, no, then the third gear here, just chucking it in there, giving better turning. For me, I prefer a little bit more of a pointier car, so better turning through there. Then the 4th gear here, and clipping it just right. And now 6th gear, and then here we're going to hit down the 3rd gear, trying to get a nice exit from this corner, using a bit of opposite lock there, trying to get a nice run through the corner, using a bit of DRS now. Climbing up the gearbox we go, in 7th gear. And now 8th gear, going to be climbing about 212 miles per hour down here probably. Yes, we do 213. Then the 2nd gear, clipping the apex nicely. I'm going to keep it in 2nd gear here to get a better turn in through this section. And quickly at the 3rd gear, now 4th, and using a lot of opposite lock there to try and get the power down. Then the 2nd gear. And then keeping it in 2nd for the second part of it, and that's very nicely done. A lot of opposite lock once again to get a nice run through that corner. And at the 6th gear, and the last two corners very tricky. Down the 3rd gear. Very nicely done. A lot of opposite lock, and then the 2nd gear, clipping the apex nicely done. At a lap of Russia, a 136.555. A fantastic lap from us round Russia. Pretty decent lap indeed. So that's our lap round Russia. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Not too bad. Here we go on the replay cams. I'll show you this again for some replay cams. And yeah, the lap felt pretty good. Yeah, it felt good. I probably could go a bit faster, but you know, you can always say that about any lap you do. I mean, you can go a bit faster, but this, you need a straight line of speed setup around here. I mean, for me though, I've adjusted to what I like. I don't like to have too low wings, but on this setup, you have to have quite low wings here. So personally, I had to adjust everything else on the setups. For example, like the anti-roll bars, the tyre pressures and all that stuff. I had to adjust for this setup and the brakes, so I felt more comfortable. Because sometimes, for me, I prefer more of a pointier rear front end, and on this setup I had the same amount of wing on both the rear and the front, so I had to adjust other parts of the setup to make me feel a bit more better. So that's the problem with this setup. For me around here it's quite difficult because you have to constantly for me, I prefer a setup that's more designed for my driving style, but for this circuit you have to go for speed, but I had to design it around with my driving style, and it's quite difficult to, because when you have quite low wings it's very difficult to design the and set up your car in a way that suits your driving style. So it's quite difficult to get set up. It took me quite a long time, but it was quite enjoyable. I mean, time trial is quite a chore actually. I only do it for career mode, really try and get a good setup for career mode and online and stuff. So as coming in through the last sector, it's quite a fun sector actually. I quite enjoy it, but it's quite difficult because if you use the wrong gear through this section, you will literally just get so much oversteer. And we had a bit on the lap as well, but we controlled it with a lot of opposite lock, and that's the thing you'll find if you run no traction control or no ABS. You have to run, absolutely you have to run, just literally you have to use a lot of opposite lock around this circuit. So that's the problem with this circuit. So the last couple of corners now, last corner of the lap, and we end the lap there. Pretty decent lap time, and now we're going to go into our setup, which is here we go, our setup. So we've got one wing, so again a lot low wings on this setup to try and get you as much horsepower and as much top speed around the circuit as possible. There's a lot of straights around here. So that's 74, 80, 70%. You don't want too much oversteer on the circuit. You could lower it down a little bit, but you want to be in the 70s and 80% to give you a better turn-in. That's what I personally think is best for me in terms of my driving style. You can change it for you. Normal camber as normal as per usual from F1 2014, so I don't really change it a lot. Sometimes you can just rear tone, lower it down to about mid-range, but I just keep it the same as 2014. 11.8, 11.7, so 11.8. 8 gives you a bit more high speed cornering, stability, and 11.7 does exactly the same thing as well on the anti-roll bars. So there's better high speed cornering grip and turning for the setup. And then 17.8 and 7.8 again for the rear tyre pressures and the fronts. So it doesn't really matter for this circuit really about tyre pressures, so don't have to worry about that too much. And full ballast, so for me I like it more at the front, so the car feels better on the brakes. So that's what I personally feel in my opinion will be good. So hopefully that setup helps you guys. It might not help you as much, but it helps me. So you know, you can use it anytime. And here we are, the world number 23. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next hot lab video. Bye guys, and see you in a bit.